I am coming to you with just a little introduction video just to let you know just a little bit more about me and how we're going to kind of work this process together. So I'm so excited that we're going to be looking for new houses for you. And these are just a few of like, how can you communicate with me? What to expect when we go to look at look at houses and that kind of thing. So first things first, yes, I do keep office hours during the week. So Monday through Saturday, I'm available from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. Sundays, I'm available from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. And anything that's, if there is, an emergency or something after 8, if we're like the day before closing and something needs to happen, then, I can certainly accommodate to that. But for the most part, I try to, spend time with my daughter, make sure that, that's still an important part of my life, and going to church on Sundays and that kind of thing. So those are my office hours. You're welcome to communicate with me in any way that is convenient for you, email, text, or phone call. Just so y'all know, when it comes to emails, I do try to get back within a 2 to 4 hour period. And for text messages, it's 1 to 3 hours. And there's a reason for that. As much as I care about you being my client, I'm so excited that you are. I do work with other people, and I want to make sure that even when I'm with you, when I'm with anybody else, I just at the table, when I'm with anybody, that I'm giving them my full attention. I want to make sure that I'm advising all my clients as accurately as possible. And so if you don't get a response to me right then, more than likely I'm actually with a client, or maybe I'm on a phone call talking to your lender about your new house. So so just know that that's what you can expect. We go look at houses. I normally tell buyers that we want to stick to about 4 to 5 houses per time that we go look. If you go past that, it gets very, very tiring, and it takes a long time. And by the end of it, you're so over looking at houses, you just don't even want to continue. You're doing it just out of obligation because you said you wanted to go look. So 4 to 5. 4 is generally a really good number. 5, if they're really close together, it's easy to kind of squeeze another one in. Make sure that when you go look at houses, you're wearing shoes that are comfortable. You might want to consider wearing shoes and socks, because there are times that we go into houses where they do require you to take your shoes off, and you don't want to walk around another person's house barefoot, because that's always kind of interesting. Just make sure that before you stop with me, that you grab a drink, get a snack if you want one of those, just so that in the middle of when we're showing, we don't have to stop and kind of put ourselves off of our schedule. And then I do ask that when we know that we're going to be looking at houses, that you can send me all houses you want to look at least 24 hours in advance. Usually we'll know a few days ahead of time that we're going to go look at houses in a few days, but sending me houses 24 hours in advance gives me the most amount of time to get them scheduled, to research them, make sure they're the house for you, that we have that they're a really good, viable option and a good choice. Gives me a chance to look over some of the paperwork that the agents send to one another, and then talk to the agent if I need to. You are more than welcome to bring your kids. Actually, kids are probably a really good thing when it comes to looking at houses. Obviously we need to be aware that we're in someone else's house, and there's usually going to be other things there if they live there. But I do think that kids sometimes, as you're walking around, tend to kind of point things out about a house that maybe you didn't see before. As far as, do we go together or do we drive separately? I will do anything that I can to make it more convenient for you. Usually though, clients want to take their own cars, especially if you have kids. You don't want to take out a bunch of car seats and move them over. That's generally just more of a inconvenience than anything else. Plus, you can come from wherever you need to go, meet me, and then go back to wherever you need to go right after, so that we don't have to go back to a meeting place, get your car, and all that stuff. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, let me know, and I'll be happy to go through it with you. But happy hunting.